It's Evan here from Plain Jane. I wanted to focus down on the discussion, should CBD flower companies like ourselves, like Plain Jane, be political? I don't know if you guys are aware, but a few days ago we posted something on Instagram talking about the situation with police brutality, and we got, a lot of support. A ton of support. I'm so thankful for you guys, but we also had a lot of people that didn't really support it. A few people who maybe are a little bit fragile and didn't want to acknowledge the situation. The facts are obvious and well documented. I wanted to get into it on this issue in particular because we've been political for a long time. Look at some of my earlier videos. This whole hemp industry, the stuff behind me, this was illegal before 2014. Even in 2014, it was really, really gray area. Basically, the opinion of the post office was that if they caught one of our packages containing hemp flower, they would seize it, but not press charges. From about April 2018, all the way through 2018 Farm Bill passed in December 26th or something, I was personally scared that I would be victimized by the police. Not because of my identity, not because of who I am, but because of choices I made. And I can't even imagine what it's like to be victimized, to feel threatened because of who you are and things you can't help. See, this whole CBD flower business, this was my choice. I got into this knowing there could be risks, knowing that I could have interactions with the police. Even all this flower you see drying behind you, I decided to drive it with a truck from our farm to our drying facility because if there was a problem with the police, I wanted to be the one to bear that risk. I didn't want to put it on one of my employees. We absolutely have to be political. Not only because there are so many problems that I don't even want to go into, but because this industry would not exist if not for the political actions of others over decades. It just wouldn't exist. And it's not even done yet. There are still hundreds of thousands of Americans in prison for small amounts of cannabis. It's absolutely insane. It's a form of legalized slavery to have people in prison working for 10 to 15 cents an hour, having their freedom taken away over this. Now, the caveat that I want to add is that it's not enough for any company, CBD, THC, totally outside of the industry altogether. It's not enough just to send an email out. Say, hey guys, we support, your efforts with the protests. Companies have to take real risks that cost them money. The companies, when COVID first started in late February, early March, I saw all of these emails from so many different companies trying to turn COVID into a way to make more money. You saw all these CBD flower companies all of a sudden selling CBD infused hand sanitizer so that they could avoid the price gouging laws. It's absolutely disgusting. It's not enough to show awareness of a situation. As a company, you have to actually take a risk. You actually have to do something that could be bad for you, or else you're just saying words, meaningless words. It doesn't mean anything. In particular, we have a discount program that gives people, we call them prohibition victims, or plant prisoners, people that have suffered legal consequences due to the illegality of the cannabis sativa plant. I have spoken to company after company, all right? I've even talked to people, I've tried to tell people who actually have, the ability to influence something for their own company. And I haven't been able to get one company to enact a similar program. We need specific actions. One thing that I would like you guys to do is, if you buy hemp flower, CBD, get them to invoke a similar discount program. This is something small that companies can do, small companies can do. You don't have to change the whole world at once, but give a discount to people that have been, that have gone to jail for weed. Give them a discount. As we get closer to freeing those plant prisoners, we have to realize it is not the finish line. It is not where it ends. The damage has been done. We have to take concerted efforts to remedy the damaging prohibition that has gone on for the last 70 years. Specifically, we need to support equity programs. One of the things that I think is most disgusting, and I'll give you a perfect example. Former House Representative John Boehner is now in the cannabis industry. He was a Republican who continued the support of prohibition for almost a decade. He kept the prohibition, putting people in jail, ruining their lives over cannabis flower. He kept doing that, and then as soon as he got out and the winds of legalization started to change a little bit, what did he do? He's now supporting a multi-billion-dollar Canadian cannabis company and its expansion into the United States. This isn't what legalization is supposed to look like. The people who literally kept prohibition going are now going to be the ones to profit from it. And the real reason that this happens is because the power structure in the United States is messed up. The same people that profit from militarizing local police forces, from building their careers on this bullshit, these people, these same exact people, they didn't lose their power status post-legalization. They didn't suffer at all, and then they're gonna benefit from it. Legalization isn't enough. With all this craziness, I've just been in a bad mood for 2 months because of all this nonsense happening. But even with all of that, I want us to remember that we can make the world better, and it is getting better. It's not getting better at the rate that it should be, and all of the people that should be being helped are not being helped. There's so much to do, but it is getting better, and it's not futile. Keep it going. To summarize, it is the absolute responsibility of hemp flower companies, people who sell CBD products, people who sell cannabis products, to not only voice their support for justice. Simple as that. It's support for justice, universally applied, but they actually have to do things that may cost them money. Hey, thank you. Take care.